fine, thank you. How was your day today?
It's been a long one, Grammy. It's been a long one. Okay, so this is a school thing, so I'm gonna kind of be more talkative, I guess. Okay. First things first. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good today. I went shopping and I met my granddaughter and 2 great grandkids. We had some fun at Michael's, looking at all the Halloween decorations. It was fun.
That sounds really exciting. That sounds like something to look forward to. Do you hang out with them often?
As often as I can. They have a pretty busy schedule.
So now that you have moved to Idaho, do you feel like you tend to see family more than when you lived in Washington?
Yes.
What's the biggest difference that you've noticed?
Well, other than actually having them physically there, I mean, I frequently talk to everybody on the phone, but it's not the same as interacting. And the little ones grow up so fast. I now get to see that on almost a daily basis, rather than every 3 or 4 years, and they change so much. And they don't remember who I am. Not really. So it's fun interacting.
Interacting with people?
Yeah, interacting.
Do you feel like that's giving you more positive outlook, or?
Yes. Yeah.
That's really good to hear. Sorry, I'm like just like really happy that you're happier here than when you were in Washington.
Well, I've lived a pretty independent life for a very long time. And now that I'm getting older and I'm slowing down, and I have a few, hopefully minor difficulties getting around now and then, it's nice to know if I need help that I got people that I can call and they can be here. Before, there wasn't anybody that I could call. Or I could call, but you know, they were 300 miles away or busy doing things, so this is nice. It's nice knowing.
I'm just really glad to hear that.
Me too.
I'm really glad that you have somebody to, or it sounds like several people to just kind of rely on. What do you fill your time with while Leanne's gone?
Well, I'm wrapping up, finally unpacking most of my stuff that we had packed and finding a purposeful place to put it, so when I want it or need it, I know exactly where it's at, rather than having to go hunting through, 20 or 30 boxes and not knowing which one to look for. So, that being said, the only thing that I've lost is my passport book. That's the only thing I've lost. Not that I plan on traveling around the world anytime soon, but it sure would have helped me get my Idaho driver's license if I'd had it. And that's a whole nother story. Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that?
As long as it doesn't jinx me.
Sure.
I've been trying since July. I have made 4 trips to the licensing, and you have to make a reservation every time you go. You can't just walk in off the street. Mm-hmm. And the reservations are all 3 to 4 weeks in advance.
Okay.
You can't get in any sooner than that. So I walked in the first time and they wouldn't approve my birth certificate as being valid because it was a hospital one, which, I was born 80 years ago. They gave hospital birth certificates then with a seal on them. Mm-hmm. So I had to send away to Massachusetts, where I was born. They were pretty fast in responding. Then make another appointment 3 weeks out. I go in. Then they decide that I need to prove how I legally changed my name from Post to Cornell. And the way to do that would be with a marriage certificate. Well, they wouldn't accept my marriage certificate either when I went in the third time.
This is on time 3.
So currently, I went online to Los Angeles County, California, and I'm asking for a copy of my marriage license, and I got a note back from the licensing division saying because of the government shutdown, their computers are shut down until things get back, in full swing. So I don't know when I'm gonna get that.
So that sounds like
And now I'm afraid when I get
some struggles.
Now I'm afraid, then I'm afraid that they're gonna find something wrong with my request, and I'll have to start all over again. And it's just, I wish I could find that darn passport. I'll find it, but it's not gonna be when I wanna have it. I just can't imagine where it went to.
Wow. I'm sure maybe we can think of some places that we haven't looked yet.
Yeah,
Try to
yeah.
speed things up if you really need that license, but also when does your Washington license expire?
My Washington license expires, which I'm happy to say, 2027. But the Idaho lady behind the counter at the licensing division says I'm already in violation because I'm supposed to apply for one within 10 days, which I did, or I tried, but that I could be in trouble if I got pulled over.
It's a good thing you're not doing anything to get pulled over.
Meanwhile, I'm going to be driving, well, then that's the other thing. I applied for my Idaho plates for my car, and I'm waiting for them to come, and it's anywhere from 3 to 9 weeks. So I'm waiting for those to come. So I'll be driving in a car with Idaho plates on it, but a Washington driver's.
That's not that bad.
It shouldn't be.
That's not that bad.
It shouldn't be, but
I can see how some of this stuff can be kind of hard to look at as a positive.
yeah, it's frustrating. I've never, ever, I've done a lot of moving, but the last several moves that I made were all within, the state of Washington. And before that, it was all within the state of California. So I didn't have to go through this opposite state, and I don't remember having
as many issues in Washington.
This much trouble when I got my Washington driver's license at all. And they have more rules now too.
Yeah, there's a lot more rules now that make things a little bit more difficult. I'm sure those rules were put in place for a reason.
Yes. Yeah.
I can see how that is a little frustrating, but also
For me it was stressful because I thought I've got to do this and this and this, and I'm going to stay on top of it.
What are some things that you do to help be stress free?
Well, like I said, I'm still unpacking things and finding a place for them, but not to the extent that I was before. And in the beginning, had to buy all new furniture, so we bought it online and then having to put it together, and you helped me. And some of it I put together myself, so that helped. I like doing things with my hands. I'm going to start sewing again. And my granddaughter Brittany and I are going to get together and do some crafts.
Oh, that sounds fabulous.
We were talking about that today. I want to do some crafting. And I said, okay. And she was looking at gemstones. We did the gemstones thing about 10 years ago. Oh my gosh, all over the place. But I still have all that equipment. Special jewelry things, you know,
All the
little
tools.
pliers and tools and how to thread things through those little tiny holes and beads and stuff.
Wow, that sounds awesome.
So we're gonna get together and start doing some crafting.
Do you have a specific day that you guys are gonna do that on yet, or just
No, you know,
when she's
she's
free?
got the kids enrolled in all kinds of classes, and pretty much my schedule is open. So I work around hers, and when she is free, why? And then if she brings the kids with her, we'll have to find something to occupy them.
Have you gone out and done any of the stuff that she's doing, like any of the kids stuff yet, or
Going to their classes or whatever? No,
no? I know Eliana has a ballet
recital.
recital coming up.
I told her I wasn't gonna go to that,
No.
because it's later in the evening. I'm starting to wind down quite a bit, and I said I didn't know if I was gonna have to be climbing stairs, because if you sit in a gym, you know, where you gotta climb up those stupid stairs and lift your leg way up, I can't do that, you know. So I said I didn't think that I would go.
Does it make you feel a little sad that you were missing out on that, or?
A little bit, but we'll do other things together.
Is it just mostly like the physical part of it that you're most like worried about?
Right. Yes.
Okay. Would there be anything that would make you feel more secure in that, so you could probably like partake in something like that?
Well, if I knew exactly what kind of a building I was going to have to go into, where I wouldn't have to climb stairs, and I could comfortably sit someplace.
Okay. Yeah. So it sounds like you just want to feel secure in kind of like knowing your way around.
Right. Right. I know my limitations, so I'm obviously not going to go walk up the hill to pick apples like some of my family does, and I'm not going to be walking 2 and 3 miles. I used to do that all the time. I can't do it anymore. My back starts spasming, so I can't, I have to be careful how far I walk. And I'm too proud to be pushed in a wheelchair. I want to be able to walk there, and if I can't walk there, maybe someday that's the only way that I'll be able to get there, but for right now, I'm still trying to get around on my own 2 legs.
Well, I'm glad that you're getting around on your own 2 legs. Are you still making your daily trips to the mailbox?
Yes.
Is that your like your goal every day? Is
Yes,
just the mailbox?
there and back. We'll see what happens during the winter. I'm not going to walk down there if the sidewalks are icy. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I could, because my car's parked in the garage, drive my car down there. I'm hoping they'll keep the streets and sidewalks clear. And they should keep the post boxes down there clear, because the mailman would demand that, or they're not going to deliver our mail.
Yeah.
And then Amazon is really good about delivering it right to your front door. Yes.
So do you not like the walk to the mailbox, or do you enjoy
No,
it?
I enjoy walking to the mailbox.
You do?
A couple of times I got down there and it started sprinkling a little bit, and then it was raining a little bit heavier on the way back. But
did it kind of
that
remind
was
you
fine.
of Washington a little bit? Make you feel like
yes,
home?
yes, yeah. The weather is very similar here. Very similar.
Oh wow! I thought Washington would be a lot wetter.
It's wetter and it's a lot darker, and that's another thing that I'm having trouble with is the bright sun. It is so bright here, and it really hurts my eyes. So I have to wear sunglasses if I'm going to be outside any length of time anyhow. And sometimes when I just walk to the mailbox, I put them on too because it's just so bright. Not used to bright sunshine. We have clouds over the sky all the time in Washington.
I feel like that would be a little bit more reflective and harsh on the eyes, right?
Yeah.
You would think, like the cloud
When you're
coverage.
not used to it,
I don't
you're
know.
not used to the sun. It's like, what the heck is that? Oh, that's what the sun looks like. Oh, okay.
Well, I'm really glad that you're enjoying the walk to the mailbox and not finding it as just like a
Yeah.
chore.
Yep.
That's
And
good.
then I walk when I go to the store, and like today I went to Michael's, and I'm going to get out and go to a couple more stores like that. I may have to go to a hardware store when my license plate come because I need special screws to put those on. And my daughter Leanne and her, I don't know what you want to call it, it's not paranoia. She's so obsessive compulsive in keeping things clean. She can't remember where she put my license plate frames and the screws that I need to put my new license plates on with. So that'll give me another trip out to one of the hardware stores or to go to the Subaru dealership because I know they'll have them there too.
I think you can also order those kind of things on Amazon.
Yeah.
As long as you just make sure that you get the link approved by an appropriate family member.
The link approved?
Your Amazon purchase link to make sure that it fits your car.
Oh, I see. I have to have it approved by a family member. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So just to make sure that it's the right one, we don't need you. We don't need you.
Well, I know in my mind's eye what they look like,
Yeah.
you know, but I can't remember.
Like the depth.
Yeah, the depth. It was about like that, inch and a half, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
No more than an inch.
We can definitely measure that.
Yeah. So that'll be my next journey.
Your next journey.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I put plates on my car. Long time ago.
Probably. When did you?
Well, I bought it in 2005, but about 2010, I got a notice from the Department of Licensing in Washington that my plates were old and they needed to be replaced right away. There was nothing wrong with them, but they were demanding that I do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I replaced them, and the timing here moving to Idaho was perfect because those plates were literally, the paint was peeling off of them, and I thought my other plates were fine. So it's a good idea that I'm getting new plates for the car.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you.
How many people have a car that long that the paint starts peeling off the license plate, where they tell you your plates are too old, you gotta replace them?
So have you found anything that you like doing every day yet?
I don't have a particular routine. When Leanne is here, I make sure that I'm really quiet because she's at work.
Mm-hmm.
And she likes to leave the door to her office open, so I don't play the TV or anything. If I do, I go in my bedroom and turn the TV on and shut the door. But I don't have a set anything right now. And it's kind of fun not to have it, too.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, obviously, I get up, I want to have breakfast within an hour or so of getting up, getting dressed. And then just recently I started thinking about going out to the stores and stuff when Leanne was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Just for something to do. When she's here, we find all kinds of things to do.
Lots of projects.
Oh yeah, lots of projects like pulling weeds and thistles. That is so much fun.
Do you find like the house is a lot more livelier when she's here? Do you enjoy the house more while she's here than when she's not?
I enjoy it more here because I I don't feel like I'm lonely, but when she's gone.
Mm-hmm.
But when she's here, it's nice to know that there is somebody here. Although we don't really get together until like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Occasionally she'll come out and we'll talk for a little while, but
It's nice when you have that
yes,
connection
yes,
when you want to have it.
right,
So you can isolate yourself, but you can also
right,
have that company.
yeah.
That's awesome. Well, it sounds like you guys are like kind of managing well.
We think so much alike, and it's like I finish her sentences and she finishes mine because I know exactly what she's going to say. And I'll be sitting here thinking of something like, gee, we need to really go to the nursery and get some flowers, some mums or something, because all our other flowers are dying. And she'll come out and she'll say, hey, Mom, what do you think about going to the nursery and getting some mums? So our wavelength is very, very similar.
Well, I'm glad that you guys like enjoy each other.
Yes.
Like that.
Yes.
What do you like normally do when she's like gone, just to feel kind of like quiet?
I read. I'm a news addict, so I turn the news on in the morning while I'm having my cup of coffee and find out what's going on in the world, which most of the time doesn't make me very happy. I don't like what's going on in the world right now. But I think it's important to stay on top of things too, so I'm aware of what's going on. And it's, like I said, it's nice not having a routine per se, because for so many years, I worked very long hours and double shifts and never had any time off. And I'm thoroughly enjoying, I don't have to do anything at all if I don't want to. So I love to read. I'm a solitaire fanatic. When I have nothing to do and I'm bored, which isn't very often, I sit there and play solitaire for an hour. Then I don't want to see solitaire for another 24 hours.
What are you reading right now? Anything fun, or are you just mostly reading like books?
I haven't started reading books again because, that takes time, but I have a Kindle and I can download books on that, which I like. I prefer doing that to having paper books to read. Number one, it's less expensive, but number two, it stays in your library and I don't have to have books that I'm putting on a shelf.
Like lugging them around.
Yes, right.
Heavy.
Yes.
I like that the Kindle, you can finish a book and then also restart.
Right. Yes. Well, I used to be traveling quite a bit back and forth from Washington to Chicago for about 4 or 5 years. And my Kindle was awesome because I could read a book on the plane. I could read it while I was sitting, before we boarded. And I could watch a movie if I wanted to, but I didn't. So they're handy. They're lightweight. And I lugged my computer around for a while, and I'm telling you, those laptops are pretty dang heavy. And so the Kindle was perfect because it's like a mini computer.
I'm glad that you found something that you can carry around that you like.
Yeah, right.
So the other day I was here, you mentioned that you lost 10 pounds. How are you
I
feeling
have
about
lost
that?
another 2 pounds.
So you've lost a total of 12 pounds. How are you feeling about that?
It's great. I wished I could see it. I don't see it yet. I've got to probably lose 20 pounds before I start seeing things, but some of my clothes feel a little bit looser, but not enough to go out and buy a smaller size yet.
Were you doing anything intentional, or is it just kind of like stress?
I read online, and I've read a million different stories, but I read online about the pink salt diet, and I think that is really, really helping. And I have a glass of warm water with pink salt and apple cider vinegar in it every morning. And since I started taking that, and you don't have to change how you eat at all. Obviously, you don't want to be eating ice cream and candy and cake and stuff. But you don't have to change the way you're eating at all. Just take this pink salt diet. And I thought, wow, this is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. So earlier you told me that you didn't have much of a routine, but this salt routine.
I'm supposed to have that as soon as I get up, so that's my routine.
Something new. Okay, so we added this salt routine.
Yes.
And how are you like emotionally feeling? How are you mentally feeling? How are you feeling kind of overall? How long have you been doing this?
I've been trying to lose weight for 10, 15 years. And I've gone through, the typical menopause and all of that. And that, for a lot of women, and for me, was really the downturn in me gaining weight, no matter what I did. Because I went to the gym. I had gym memberships for 12 years. That didn't help at all. Finally stopped going because it wasn't helping. And then I just kept gaining weight. That to me was depressing. Very depressing.
Like was the depressing part being like the heaviest?
Being heavy and not being mobile. And now that I had one doctor tell me within the last year, oh, how's your arthritis doing? And I said, I wasn't aware that I have arthritis. He says, yes, you do. So I'm not sure how he knows I have arthritis. I think that there's a blood test that you can take, but I've never been tested for it. But my joints get stiff. I can't bend them like I want to. So I'm not as loosely mobile as I was before. And the extra weight is definitely a handicap.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to, in spite of having arthritis and a scoliosis, a bad back, losing some weight and getting some of that mobility back. Maybe even I can walk a mile.
So that sounds like a goal that you might have. So walk a mile.
So I'm excited. I used to walk 2 to 3 miles several times a week when I lived in my condominium, just around the neighborhood, and I drove it in my car to see how far it was. And I used to walk to the Safeway market and pick up groceries. I had one of those, what I call the little old lady wire baskets that you can put your food in. I used to go down there and do that. And so I would like to get that back if possible, although I'm not walking to the grocery store here, but...
I mean, the market's just down there.
I know.
It's actually probably less than a mile.
I know, but I gotta cross some busy streets to get to it.
Yes, you
so
do.
Probably not a good idea.
Maybe your goal could be to walk to the coffee stand.
Oh, that could be too. Yeah.
Closer.
But just walking around this neighborhood.
Yeah, you have this beautiful blacktop here.
Walk around the outside of it and then go on the inner streets like this. Yeah.
So when you were walking 2 to 3 miles, what got you there? Obviously you didn't just wake up and you didn't just start walking 2 3 miles.
Well, when I didn't go to the gym anymore, and I was still working at that time too, I wanted to be doing something. And then I met a neighbor just a couple doors down from me, and she says, I go out walking. She says, why don't we do it together? So that was fun, walking with somebody else, and we'd talk, and both of us eventually were on our HOA board, so we would talk about, things that were going on in our community, and how best we could solve some of the problems that arose, and so the conversation was interesting.
The conversation. Do you
Yeah,
think that the
talking with
conversation,
somebody. Yes.
do you think that maybe the conversation distracted you from the physical activity, or maybe pushed you past?
I looked forward
your joint
to going out. Yeah, I looked forward to it. Sometimes I'd say, oh, I don't really want to do it today, but I would force myself to, and it was like I was grumbling the whole time. But when I was with somebody, you know, it's like, ooh, I'm gonna go meet Sue and we're gonna go for a walk.
What about the interaction did you look forward to most?
Just the conversation, talking with someone.
Just the conversation itself. There wasn't like the physical, like you got to kind of like go see something pretty, or did you have like a specific routine, like a route that you guys always went
Yeah,
on?
we went a certain route, and
did you do it on purpose? Did you guys like spy on
well,
people?
we did it on purpose because
and you're on the HOA board.
I know. No, we didn't spy on people, although I did do a lot of walk-arounds with some of the property managers. When they would come out, we would go around and see if anybody was out of compliance with the rules and regulations, which I did not enjoy doing at all. But no, it was just, and I didn't live in an area that was necessarily beautiful because it was all houses and apartments. You know, it wasn't like here where you have the beautiful trees and the hills and the greenery. It was definitely a residential area.
So, do you have anyone here that you could maybe ask to come over like once a day to go on a walk with you? So,
I don't know of anybody right now. Everybody, all my grandkids are busy.
Wait, are you kind of what I was thinking was maybe we could ask some of the grandkids or Leanne to kind of split it up. So, you know, we'll start out.
Yeah, Leanne would walk with me if I asked her to. She
like
walks down with me to the mailbox. When I walk down to the mailbox alone, I always take my cane because I never know when my knee is going to give out or my back is going to go have a twinge halfway there. So I always take my cane with me. And if I have somebody with me, I don't have to take my cane because I don't have to worry about falling. I have somebody I can lean on if I have to. And it's nice not having to walk with a cane. But I will do it. So.
So I'm wondering if maybe we could have like, you know, one come every other day, you know, and then eventually maybe we can get you up to your 1 mile.
Oh, I don't know about that. If I keep losing weight, yeah.
I feel like, well, along with your pink salt diet, if you walk, right, if we're getting you out and walking, you said that helped you before. Not only did it help your mental, it helped your physical.
Right.
So.
In the wintertime, I'm not sure how much that
The winter is hard, a little bit of rain here.
I'm not sure that I'm
It
going
is
to
hard.
enjoy doing that. My big thing would probably be get in the car, drive to Costco, and walk through the warehouse.
Well, I know Leanne has that the gym membership that has a free partner.
Oh, I didn't know that she had a free partner on there.
She does. She has a free partner.
If I can get my walking up, I could do the treadmill. I mean, I had a gym membership up to 4 months before I moved here.
Yeah.
I can get a gym membership at Planet Fitness. Silver Sneakers pays for it. It doesn't cost me anything.
That's what Leanne has, the Planet Fitness, but she has the black card, so she has the free guest.
Oh, I didn't know she had a free guest. I know she's asked me a couple times to go, but sometimes it's later on, like 6 or 7 o'clock, or she goes at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's a little too early for me.
Yeah, I know. Otherwise, I would know you with us.
5 o'clock.
But I can come over and I can walk with you, and have a conversation to distract you from your joints. And
My joints are going to talk to you. I have no control over that. Snap, crackle, pop.
That's why we play loud music.
I'm the drum percussion section.
What do you think about that? Do you think maybe we could set up?
I would be up for it. Yes.
You'd be up for that. So maybe like me, Michael, Brittany, we can do like 3 times a week, and we could have a day. I know Michael and I usually come over Mondays. Maybe we can start walking on Mondays before our dinner.
And then when Leanne's here, you all can have a vacation. Because I'll make her do it.
So let's do, why don't we plan on doing a walk on Mondays when we do our dinners?
Okay,
I think that would be really fun.
okay.
And then it'll kind of get you up and going. What else are you looking forward to about like losing more weight? We talked about like the mental part of it.
Well, if I can get more active, I might look into, I know they have a senior community, going there and seeing what they have, what kind of activities that they have. I don't enjoy playing board games, but that being said, just the social contact might be nice too, and maybe I could meet a friend. I haven't seen people my age walking around the neighborhood here. I'm sure they exist. I saw one man that was probably in his mid-70s at the mailbox one day. He drove up in his pickup truck. And he got out and was walking kind of slow, but there again, I don't know if he's married or I'm assuming he lives in the neighborhood because he went to the mailboxes and had a key. But there aren't old people. They're all younger families.
So
or people in their 50s, you know.
Are you looking for more of an older community? Like you're looking for more older friends?
I enjoy having younger people because it's a stimulation for me. If I met another person that was in the same condition as me, I don't know how we would. Do you need me to help you up off the couch? Okay, just a minute. It's going to take me 5 minutes to stand up, and then let me find my legs, and then I'll help you up. I've always enjoyed the people that are younger than I am. I've always enjoyed that.
Just like the motivation of it.
Right.
Like if you could do it, I could do it.
Yes. Yes.
I guess I can.
And they all have exciting lives, and they share that with me, and so that's kind of neat too.
What about their life is exciting to you?
Well, things have changed quite a bit, you know, since I was in my 30s, 40s, and 50s. And a lot of that has to do how we interact now, you know, who writes checks anymore? You very rarely ever pay cash for anything. Everything is credit, debit. Just hearing the stories that go along with that. I have a neighbor next door that's a police officer that I was talking to the other day, and he was telling me about some of the challenges that he's having in communicating with the dispatcher, which I was for 30 years. And I'm just amazed. Well, I'm not amazed. I'm very well, and I've stayed on track with how that has changed over the years. Like I was telling him, we had one-band radios back then, and to verify a warrant, we were in Los Angeles. To verify a warrant in San Diego, we went over a CB radio. Now everything's done electronically. And some of that's good, but if you don't feed it the right information, you're not going to get it. And he was telling me how he asked the dispatcher to run a check on a guy that he'd pulled over. And he was familiar with this person. He'd pulled him over before, and he knew that he had a history, and he belonged to a gang, and he knew there was a warrant out for his arrest, but he needed to have it verified. And the dispatcher came back and said, he's clean, he has no record whatsoever. And he says, I knew right away that it was somebody new and did not know how to do their job. And I'm sitting there thinking, I was so hyper active about getting my guys, protecting their lives and making sure they knew when they pulled somebody over they had a bad guy or not. And that's not being taught with they actually have, well, I don't think it's an AI system per se, but I just went in within the last year to the brand new center that we had in Snohomish County. I was very disappointed. Everything was electronic. Everything's on screens.
Mm-hmm.
You do have a dispatcher, but they rarely ever talk like you see on TV. They don't talk to you when you call 911.
Yeah.
You're talking just to a phone clerk. You're not talking to the dispatcher. And everything's imprinted on a computer, and there's a lot lost. It may be faster, but you got to know how to put that in there fast too.
Mm-hmm.
And not everybody is up to speed on doing that. So that was kind of interesting to see how things have changed. And I was telling him what I went through because I started in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
And the progression over the years. And I was fortunate enough for several years to work in small towns and communities. So you had a one-on-one relationship
Mm-hmm.
with who you were working with. So now it's just a voice on the radio. You don't know who they are. And I would miss that. I could never be a dispatcher now. I was a take charge person. I was the only point of contact in these small communities at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. Everybody was home. And I had one poor little officer that was out there running around all by himself because it was a graveyard shift.
Mm-hmm.
So I was his partner, really. So I would miss that. I just can't take the computer screens anymore.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
What do you think is like the most challenging thing you've had to overcome?
My most challenging thing for me within the last couple of years is staying on top of my health and trying to find the right doctor to go to take care of like my eye problems.
Mm-hmm.
I have glaucoma started in one of my eyes, and my teeth all of a sudden I'm having trouble with, which I've never had trouble with before. But then trying to find a doctor that will tell you what's going on and how it can be taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
And they send you to a professional, and the professional will say, well, I don't know why your doctor sent you here to me. There's nothing I can do.
I can see how it's frustrating.
Passing the buck, you know?
Yeah.
So all of that being said, I've had to really fight that the last couple of years. And then when I moved here, oh my gosh. Trying to find a general practitioner, which you have to have, because I'm on Medicare, and trying to find a dentist, try to find an eye doctor, which my appointment for my eye doctor is December.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I was going to call today. I'll do it tomorrow. The closest appointment I could get was 7:30 in the morning. I'm not going there at 7:30 in the morning. I'm going to call and cancel it. It's got to be changed. That's too early in the morning to go to a doctor. Way too early. 7:30? I didn't even do that when I was in my 20s. Holy cow. So, but I have to go to a specialist that specializes in glaucoma.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't just walk into any eye doctor office. And that's been it's been a huge challenge, and I'm still working on it. I like my dentist.
Mm-hmm.
I would highly recommend him. He's very nice. I like my dentist.
What are you doing to overcome those challenges that you're being faced?
Persevering and asking people for. When I asked my insurance agent, I says, I need you to give me a list of people who are general practitioners who accept Medicare, because not every that's the other thing. Will they accept the insurance you've got? So that's another challenge. You can't just go anywhere you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
So he was very helpful in giving me a list, and but I had to do a lot of work. I had to do all the follow up to it. So
Well, it sounds like you've been really working hard on that.
That's my biggest challenge right now. One of the biggest ones, that and getting my driver's license, which we will not talk about.
Well, it sounds like you're doing a lot of work to overcome those challenges.
Right.
So that's
Right.
So we're gonna kind of wrap up here. What is one thing that you would like to try this week?
That I'd like to try. I want to find a place that sells fabric.
Fabric. Okay, I can help you out with that.
Yeah, well, I've been going online and I am not driving to Spokane.
Well, we're gonna have
No, I'm not driving to Spokane.
just
That's
the
ridiculous.
valley, just the valley.
I haven't hit Walmart yet. Maybe Walmart's got some.
They do have a small section.
I know. They did.
Very small section.
Well, Michael's was supposed to, has bought out Joann's in Party City, and they were supposed to have material today too, and there wasn't one thread of material in this Michael's at all. Or Party
Yes.
City. None.
I think they're still working.
Hayden's too small.
Yeah, they're still working on their contract with that fabric.
Yeah.
Since Joann's went out of business.
Yeah.
So you'd like to find some fabric, so
Screws for our license plate.
and screws for your license plate, but you want to find some fabric so you can hang out
I
with
can start-
Brittany.
Yeah, so I can sew. Well, Brittany and I've got a whole closet full of crafts in there that I can,
Oh, this specific fabrics for
for the cushions, for the
so-
window cushion.
okay.
But I'm going to, I talked to Leanne today and I says, I found a couple places online, but you know, I like to touch the fabric.
Mm-hmm.
I like to see it. I don't want to order it out of a catalog. So, one of our goals is we're going to go into the closest place in Spokane, and we're going to do that when she comes back
Okay.
in another week and a half or whatever.
Well, also, Michael is out of town this weekend, so if one of your goals this week is to go look at fabric, we can take a little road trip to the valley.
Okay.
And I can take you to go look at those.
Okay, and then when Leanne comes, I'll be able to tell her.
You can
what we
double
think.
dip. You can double dip. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
cool.
Awesome. Well, that sounds great. I will get off my soapbox.
You grilled me.
I did.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you most of all for my coffee.
Of course.
Thank you.